Day late, dollar short. Had a funeral yesterday, so we didn't do much yesterday. But today, yes, we finished up a Honda HRN216. That's my wife sneezing in the background, blowing her nose. Anyway, what I want to say about the Honda HRN 216, I was watching different videos. Tom Doby did one, a few other people did them, where they were loosening that plastic piece underneath, where you have the lever that goes from mulch to discharge. You don't have to. I did it where I had to change a drive belt, and all I did was I didn't even take the blade adapter off. I took the blades off. You have to do that. And there's enough room in there where you put it on its side, you put the axle to the furthest low position, you could turn the gearbox over to take the pulley off, two-piece pulley. But you could take the belt, put it over one end of the blade adapter, rotate it, put it over the other end, and you could pull the belt through that plastic piece. You don't have to take the three Phillips head screws out or the knob to take off that plastic piece. You don't have to. Is it a little easier with it off? Yeah, but then there's two tabs on it that you have to fit in. It's a pain in the butt. You don't have to. I didn't do it. Took me 20 minutes. I got it done. So just a word of advice, HRN 216 drive belt. You don't have to take that plastic piece off. Oh, who's in the chat? John Perkins is here. John Perks, John Rhodes, AJP. Hello, Ash is here. Jamie's here. Yeah, we're day late, but that's okay. We're going to be warm this week, 80s. They said it's going to be crazy warm. And last week we had frost 2 days, so I don't know. Let me go into the Ken Small Engines, put the link. Let's see, paste. Throw the link. Yeah, there's the link. I didn't email anybody. I figure Hank or whoever, maybe they'll be looking at it. We'll see if they come up. But I just want to do a quick live because I know Arch was on last night wondering if I was doing a live. And yeah, I just had a few spare minutes here. So I figured let me come on a little bit. I'm going to be watching the Masters. Those that are into golf know that this is Masters weekend, the best golf tournament of the year. So we'll see how that goes later on. But for now, small engines. Today, John Deere D what was it D125 it was, and basically this thing had an oil filter that loosened over time, flooded. This whole frame was full of oil, and I'll be honest, when you guys are working on equipment, I got a rule of thumb now. If I'm going to clean the whole thing off, get all this old oil off, I'm charging for it. I mean, if I have to take out the pressure washer, get it all wet and everything, and get, my yard all nasty with oil and stuff, I'm charging for it. So this guy wanted to save some money. A little simple green. I wiped up everything that was filthy. I changed the fuel filter, oil filter, air and pre-filter, spark plugs, got them going. But he had a Mickey Mouse nest in there, a big nest. It was a 20 horsepower Briggs V twin. I think it's an Intech. Big mouse nest in there. Mouse urine had gotten into the starter, so that when you went to go turn the starter, sometimes it started and sometimes the pinion wouldn't engage. It would just go, it wouldn't engage the Bendix drive. So a couple of taps on the side, it was fine. But I told him you probably need a starter, and you get them on Amazon, 39 to 70 bucks, depending on what you buy. Let's see, Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Marty is here. Hello, Marty. Um, but then I took my John Deere STX because I had my trailer up to deliver that tractor, and she started right up, but she didn't run that long. She only ran a couple of minutes, enough for me to get the trailer back up. But then I think she needs to have the carb reworked. I haven't touched that carburetor in 12 years, so it's probably due. Hey, Zombie Dave, how you doing, Dave? Enjoyed your video the other day. Oh yeah, anyone that doesn't know Zombie Dave, great channel. Check him out. Real good mechanic there. Knows his stuff. Who else we got here? Hey, Scott's there. Greasy Shop Rack. How you doing, Scott? Watching your video on the 564, I believe it is. Watch another good channel. Check him out. But anyone wants to come up, the link is there. I'll put it out again. Let's see. See, it's Macintosh now. I have to hit paste. I can't hit Control V. Doesn't work. Anyway. So it's going to be a warm one here. It's got 86 degrees this Wednesday, they say. So we go from having the heat on to having AC on. I don't get it. This weather is just crazy, but still trying to catch up from the winter. I still have one snowblower that I'm fixing, two actually. Got to fix those just to get them back to the customers. Not going to use them, of course. Um, we got that. What else do we have? The MS250 needs an oil pump. I have to put that in, and I have a way of testing oil pumps out of the chainsaw. There's a few ways to test them in the chainsaw, but this one here, I found a way easy enough to check them out. No worries, Dave. You got a great channel there. Love your channel. You got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Check out Zombie Dave. Good channel. You put your link if you want, Dave. Throw your link in there if you like. Goldwing, Chris. Those are nice. Yeah, mice. That's what it was today. Mickey didn't make it. His sarcophagus body was sitting in there all mummified. But it was the mouse urine. All the mouse urine. That stuff is like black death. That gets into everything, screws up electronics. It just really messes everything up. And like I said, it got into his starter a little bit. I don't know if it's the connection inside. And you know what? For the price of a starter, it's not worth taking them apart and cleaning them. Sometimes it is if it's a Magnum starter or a starter that's a few bucks. But for the most part, just a regular Intech brake starter, $40, $50 Chinese. Who cares? So we'll go from there. Uh, yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a warm week. I've got some tune-ups I gotta do. People are calling. Oh, one guy called me up the other day and he said, Kenny, says I have a John Deere D105. And those that know, the John Deere D105s are infamous for the GT transmissions. I think it's called an RL400 or an RT400. That plastic CV snowmobile like transaxle. So anyway, I told him, I says that I don't work on those. They actually recalled them. They stopped making them, and people swap in Hydro Peerless or uh, Hydro Gear. There's swaps. I sent them a video on a swap where they swap out a Hydro Gear Hydro into the D105, get rid of that GT transmission, and go from there. It was, yeah. Scott calls them the knuckle draggers, the four-stroke guys, the tractor guys, and all that stuff. The mouse urinate away the. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That it's black death. It's and as it dries, it turns to like a black. It's almost like a hard coat, like almost like a hard gloss anodized. It's black when it dries. It's glossy and it's like glue. You can't get it off. But when that urine is thick and oh my God, it stinks. Number one, you can smell it when you start up an engine that has a mouse nest in it, and you smell that urine starting to burn. Oh, it's nasty. And don't breathe that stuff in. Whatever that mouse disease is, I forget the name of it. Someone probably knows, but yeah, don't breathe that stuff in. You can get really, really sick. So from mouse droppings, and so if you see mouse nests in small engines, wear a mask. It's really important, or have a lot of good ventilation as well. Cookie, New Zealand, 7:46 in the morning. Good Monday morning to you, Cookie. Glad you're here. Yeah, mouse stuff, not fun at all. Not fun. Anyway, if anyone wants to come up, feel free. Like I said, I'm just coming on to say hello to everybody. If we get some of the regulars up, I didn't send an email out. So, I mean, Klaus, it's 6 hours. So it's 10 of 10 where he is in Denmark. And Mick and those guys, it's 10 of 9 in England. So if someone comes up, they come up. If not, not a big deal. It's Sunday. I know Donnie Boy, sometimes Sunday is a good day for him to chat. Maybe he'll come up. Who knows? I talked to him a couple weeks ago, say hello. But anyway, right now, like I said, the phone's going to be ringing starting this week. The grass, it's starting to grow. I have some customers who pay for treatment for the chemicals and stuff, and yeah, their grass looks like botanical gardens. Mine still got some yellow thatch and stuff like that, so it's going to be probably another week or two before I really start cutting. I got onion grass, which is like a wild garlic. That's growing. That always grows, and crocuses they grow. But right now, the regular grass, I put down the triple fertilizer. Hey, there's Jimmy. Mr. Condon, why don't you come up, buddy, if you're around, or what are you doing? Pulling in. I wish I could get the mouse P off. RV would not crank. Ooh, yeah, I can't stand it. And it smells, and it's gross, and ooh, it is nasty, nasty stuff. But this one guy, my customer, he said, "Oh, I put a big tarp around his tractor. I said, "You realize a mouse can get in a hole the size of a dime? They can literally shrink, disconnect their bones and get into a hole the size of a dime." So, yeah, mice, crazy stuff. Hope all is well with you, Jim. Uh, yeah, yeah, Ron, you're getting, don't you going down south with the motorhome this year? I know sometimes you go down south with it with the family. But anyway, yeah, that's about it with small engines right now. Like I said, I've got a couple of saws to work on. I've got a 6 horse Tecumseh that came out of an old tiller. The ignition went. You can't find the old ignitions for it, so he bought a Chinesium one. It's supposed to be like a Phalon ignition coil, and I think I have one in an old John Deere 6 horse out of a tiller in my scrap pile. Oh, he's helping someone with a generator problem. That's all right. Hopefully, do a little video. But anyway, what's Scott be saying about turf? Yeah. Oh, yeah, they love it. Nice and dry. Get underneath there. Absolutely. But like I said, I only found one mouse in there, and like I said, it was funny. It's almost as if he walked over to where the starter was, peed, and pooped, and then walked back to his nice dry nest on the cylinder head, because the cylinder head was packed, the right hand cylinder. It's always, what's funny, guys? It's usually always the right hand cylinder head. I don't know why. Kawasaki's, especially Briggs Intec V twins, the right hand cylinder head's usually the one that's packed with mouse nests. And maybe they start there and then go on the other side. Who knows? But the carburetors are central, so it's not like there's a carb on one side or the other. But anyway, oh, what else? Yeah, chainsaws. I've got a bunch of those. Uh-oh, Robert's here. Uh-oh, a little bright there, Robert. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Well, I finally tried out the 46 inch more pan on the GT. We found the issue with the primary drive belt. So we got
Slip
that
in?
fixed.
What's it
Yeah.
doing? Yeah.
The belt, was, there was a spring. It was not tight enough. And it was
Uh,
chewing the first belt up. So we put another belt on. I said, I cut the backyard and the front yard. And so far, it's good.
that's good. You got a lot of grass growing yet, or what?
It's mainly weeds. If
Yeah.
we don't, if we don't start getting some rain, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot. And I was told now Georgia Power is telling people they are no longer able to water their lawns with lake water.
Really?
So, so people want to have irrigation systems put in. Sorry, but
Yep.
no go. So everybody else who has them, great. But those who want them,
Mm.
now, sorry.
Yeah, they're saying maybe rain here Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see. It's been pretty dry though. The ground is dry. I was kneeling on the ground to work on a tractor a little while ago, and my knees were dry. So usually the ground is saturated, and you get wet knees if you knee down. Nah, it's
Yeah,
dry now. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Mother
Uh,
Nature, but
Vantage.
we got a special weather alert for low humidity and
Mm.
high winds. I'm like,
Vantage 20. So I don't know if I've worked on a Vantage, Mike. Interesting.
mm,
Yeah, usually they're not. Is the Vantage 35? Is that 2 cycle or 4 cycle, Mike? I'm trying to. I could look it up. Indiana Chris, they mowed. Oop, what do we got? They mowed today. Yeah, half of my neighbors, they have services come by and mow their grass, but I've got my front tire. One fell off the bead on my snapper, so I'm gonna have to use a ratchet strap and get that going. And it's gonna be a fun year for power equipment because mine's been outside for years. My mower's a 1999 Snapper rear engine, and it's been outside most of its life. So it's had the crap beat out of it. So, but I don't cover it that way. No critters get in there. They don't care about it and all that stuff. It's 4 cycle. I gotta look that up. Vantage. Let me look that up. Tecumseh Vantage 35. Let's see. Toot toot toot. Infield. Hey, Lee is here. Hello, Lee. How you doing? Hope the layout's going good. Let's see, Vantage 35, Vantage 35 Tecumseh. Let's see what shows up. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, those have that weird air filter. It's like that long piece of foam. It's like a rectangular piece of foam with a split in it, and you slide it in. Yeah, Vantage 35.
Mm. That is a strange
I remember
looking
those.
one.
Sort of
Yeah.
similar to a small Briggs, but the Tecumseh version. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, definitely tough to get to some of that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But what else you doing, Robert? What else you working on besides that? Anything?
Well, I got out there the other day and I looked at the front end on the wide 4500. I said, one of these sides had the pull man power steering kit, but the other one doesn't. So pull, I pulled the left side tire off. Yeah, it had it. So I'm like, oh, it's the right side. So I did,
When you say wait, when you say the Portman power steering, you mean to the thrust bearings on the spindles and all that stuff, or what?
yeah. There's got
Okay.
the thrust bearing, the needle bearing. But the thing is, like Jake said on his video on it, you have to check to see if the vertical part of the steering knuckle will allow you to have the thrust washer and the E clip go on it.
Oh, enough height. Yeah, enough height.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to leave out a thrust washer or
Hmm.
two, or just put the needle bearing in itself.
Yeah, makes a big difference. I'm trying. I want to do that on my John Deere STX, but all my stuff's been sitting outside for so long. I mean, this is the year though. Like I said, my STX 38 Deere ran for about 2 minutes, just enough for me to get the trailer off the street and in the backyard. Then it died. Then I put fresh fuel in it. It ran for about 2 3 minutes, and died again. It's probably just the carburetor's, who knows, gummed up, whatever. I haven't touched it in 12 years, so we'll see what
Yeah,
happens. But
yeah, yeah. And I was thinking about that issue with the thrust washers on the, what if you could take, I looked them up. I think they're 4 thousandths of an inch thick. What you could probably do is, depend on what side you want to, take a angle grinder with a piece of
yeah, but you got to watch though when you're talking a thrust bearing. It's got to be perfectly flat. You don't just
yeah.
want to take material off.
Well,
Usually, what you could do though is the size of it. You could buy shim washers. Shim
yeah,
washers are precision ground, so you could use
yeah,
those as races for roller thrust bearings. But it's got to be
yeah.
nice and it's smooth like that. Hey,
Because
there's Marty. What's going on, Marty?
what I was thinking was the axle, depend on if it's cast iron, which both of mine are on the
Mm.
GT and the YS. Take an angle grinder with a flat disc and just ever so slightly remove a certain amount of
Oh,
material.
off the actual axle, so it sticks out more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
The
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
which side do you do? Do you do the top or the bottom?
I don't think it really matters. You just want to stick up enough so the ring can be put back on, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah, yeah. It shouldn't matter.
you got that one big ring that the dust cap fits
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
And I had to order new dust caps for the top because the ones
Yeah.
on the GT, they
Yeah.
were so stiff. I mean, I took a heat gun.
No, I put them in boiling water. I
Yeah.
boil water and stick them in there for 5 minutes.
Then I had to order some more dust caps for the wheels because one of them on the GT, I took the heat gun, accidentally melted a hole through it. I'm like,
No, you got to watch those heat guns sometimes.
oh yeah, because top uh heat on mine at 1,500 degrees.
Wow.
Because mine's dual range is 750 or 1,500.
All right, let's hit Wayne right now. What's up there, Mr. Wayne?
Not too much. I went back out in the shop, take the tranny out of Toro self-propelled mower. I got to order one. You ever order?
I have one.
Efficient?
I have one in my truck. I ordered one. I didn't need it. The only thing it needed was new wheels because the very edge of the wheels where the gear is molded in, the
Yeah.
very edge, about 1/8 of an inch, was worn away, and that's all it was.
Just wondering if you ever ordered one from 810, like the numeral 8 and then TEN.
What is
think
that? I
that's
know
what
I
I
ordered from
know.
my dealer, just my
But
Toro dealer.
yeah, but I think from the dealership, if I go to the Toro dealership, I guarantee it's 150 Canadian.
No, I paid out the door. Mine was 90. Wait, I get a discount, but 91 out the
Yeah,
door.
but I
Yeah.
can get this one for $68 or $69 Canadian.
OEM?
No, it's made by 810. I'm
Oh, okay.
sure it's going to be good. The only
Yeah.
negative thing in the comment was that one guy commented that the manual says that the transmission should be 2/3 full. And when he got his, he took the 4 bolts off, took the bottom off, and he added like 2 ounces of 00 grease to it. So
Huh.
that's what I'll check when I get it in. But
Where's 810 out of?
I don't know. It's an aftermarket. I just happened to see it on. I'll give you the part number.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, you know where I've used them before? PTOs.
Yeah, and
I
good.
bought electric PTOs from. Yeah, the quality was good. It's 8 and then TEN.
Yeah. So
I've used them before.
I assume it's a reputable
Oh yeah.
company.
Yeah, in
so
fact,
I'm
here
gonna
I'll
try
show
that.
you. If
And
you look, you'll notice their logo. You see it a lot on eBay or Amazon when you're looking at PTOs.
Yeah.
They sell a lot of PTOs. But here's the transmission that they're selling.
Yeah, that's the one I'm getting.
Yeah,
106-3955.
how much is it here? Yeah, $65.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? Yeah, you're on the US 65?
65 US, yeah.
It's cheaper in Canada then.
Yeah, because 65 us is what, 90 years?
Yeah, and they're selling this on Amazon.ca for 69 Canadian.
Wow.
With free shipping in 2 days.
Yeah, let's see. No reviews yet, but they sell. There's 2 different types for the Toro, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. One is 79 and one's 51, one is 65 and one is 79. There's 3.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
I see Robert did the video on the poor man's power steering.
Yeah, right there. You can see
the one that Jake did where he couldn't put the flat washers in. It's still working fine.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen people just grind the cast iron spindle a little bit, the top of it or whatever.
See, me, I wouldn't touch it unless you know you're going to get it flat. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is the thrust washer itself. Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm saying even a file, just give it a few swipes if it's only a few thou, you know. So here's Martin. Martin's used them before. Yeah, the PTOs and idlers. Yeah, that's what I've done too. They do have an 8-10 day limited warranty. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because Jake, if he hadn't did that video, Wayne, it'd been like, and the other thing, like I said, when you buy the steering knuckles, you have to sand off all that powder coating.
Yeah.
Because that powder coating, you think, oh, that'll fit. Sorry, but that's such tight. I don't know how thick they spray that on, but they have to spray it on real quick and run it through the oven.
Well, it's the same thing with lawnmower blades. When I get a brand new lawnmower blade in and I put it on the magnetic balancer, a lot of them on the one side, I just got to remove the epoxy paint that's on the cutting edge, and it's balanced. But that's how sensitive those balancers are.
Yeah. Like I said, I did a video, a POV video on after I got the 46-inch mower pan, the primary drive belt corrected. I did a POV to see how well it throws out. Because like I said, yesterday I fired it up and you could hear them blades spinning. But before that, the primary drive belt was getting ate up because it wasn't tight enough. So we got that fixed. Yeah.
I'll put a thing. I'm gonna put something on the WhatsApp. See if anyone's listening.
Yeah. I'm still missing Jake doing all his videos, Wayne. I'm glad when he gets back.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I was just talking to the wife. Yeah, I was just looking at some of the old comments and some of the ones that have popped up since. I just looked at them and they're saying how much they miss them, and one day he'll get back into it. He'll get the urge to do 1 or 2 or start doing them every now and then.
Yeah, because YouTube's doing a lot of changes now. It's like now they want people to have people join their channel. But the thing is, how much does that cost?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
had people though, Condon, a bunch of them have where you can join. You get other, things anywhere from 50 cents to $5 a month, depending on what they want to offer you.
Yeah.
Some people will give you access to their video a week ahead. Some will have subscriber only. There's a bunch of them that'll have subscriber only video and some will have live sessions only for subscribers or
Yeah.
join when you join. But you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
joined a couple every now and then, but sometimes you join, then all of a sudden they don't offer anything,
Yeah.
and it's like, so
Jake, Jake, I talked to Jake about that. He said he'd never do that. It's the same thing. Like he would never take a sponsorship from somebody.
yeah,
Uh, the
yeah,
good example was Vivor was constantly getting in touch with him. But like
yeah.
I'm going to tell you, a lot of this stuff you could buy on, let's say, I don't know. I think Klaus is a Timu guy, right? Isn't he?
No, the Hank is Klaus is
Hank,
Vivor.
okay, so
Yeah,
Timu and Vivor, like they sell a lot of stuff. But
yeah,
what I think you're going to find is, okay, where can I get a schematic if I need to repair something, and where do I get the parts drawing for the parts I need? Are
yeah.
the batteries always going to be available for
Well,
whatever they're
that's the
selling?
thing. The
Like,
batteries.
yeah,
My customers call me all the time. One of them had a Snow Joe type thrower battery from Timu, and it was a nice looking thrower, but you could not get a battery.
right. And
And
if you
she,
and if you needed new paddles, example, if the
yeah,
paddles
anything,
wore out,
yeah.
how do you find out what the part number is? Where do you
Yeah.
get them from?
But
Like,
this
Yep.
the whole blower was like $120,
yeah,
You
So
know what? Oh yeah, was it on Amazon? They got that Wild Badger two-cycle equipment. They got that real dark blue stuff.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I've
that's
been
it.
offered that. They called me up, emailed me, and they said, we'll
yeah.
send you like a weed stick, this and that. And I go, what about batteries? And they never answered,
So,
Yeah,
because I was like, if you don't have extra batteries, you're dead.
yeah. Oh, and another, I did a what's that? Not nah, yeah, Super Clean. I did a video and I sent it to them, and people, we'll send you all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you trying to get in touch with a person like, where's my stuff at? It's like, where's it at? You said you're gonna send it to me for a giveaway, and I ain't received it yet. It's like, forget it.
if
I stick
if
with Purple Power.
if
'Cause that,
Jake will do the editing for me on, I think it's over a year ago. I got to get rid of the jars, so I'm likely going to video it. But
Yeah.
I put an aluminum carb bowl from a Tecum's engine in each jar, and I poured when you buy the jugs of Super Clean,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, without diluting it. I just wanted to see how corrosive the stuff was. So I poured it so it went above the level of the aluminum carb bowl. Then I used Grease Off that's made by Permatex. I put another one, Spray 9 by Permatex. What was the other? There's another one I did. Well, anyways, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're using those jugs of concentrated Super Clean, if you're not wearing some kind of a shield or glasses and you get it on your eyes, I honestly think you're going to go blind, because you could see it reacting with the aluminum as soon as I poured it in, and it actually ate a hole in the bowl. It ate right through it.
yeah.
Now the jars have been sitting sealed for a year, and on the Super Clean one, it's all gone. It's evaporated. There's nothing in it. The other one's still got liquid in them. So I don't know. It's just super corrosive.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I asked Jim Condon if that I think you can do that. I forget if it's parallel or serial wiring in order to get the output that you need. But I asked him the question. I texted him. We'll see. He is listening. He's just working on a customer's generator right now. So
Yeah, I
maybe he
think
could.
there's special plugs that you could use to
Yeah, you got to
hook
wire
them
it a
up.
certain way. It's like when you do a circuit. If
Yeah,
you do it in series, it's the same voltage, just more amperage. If you do it in parallel, it adds up, or vice versa, something like that. Series, it
Yeah.
adds up. Parallel, it's the same, but more output. So I'll
yeah,
see
James,
if
thanks
Jim
for the
answers.
help there. We never did get that generator going. I remember I asked you for
Yeah,
his.
you were saying you just had to charge him a
Yeah, so he
diagnosis
said,
fee.
but the guy didn't want to spend a lot of money, so he was already
Yeah.
at like $129 for what we had done, and everything was checking out. He had spark.
Mhm.
We had to add oil to get it to the right level. I thought it was an easy fix. It was 6 ounces low on oil, and the thing only takes like 11 or 12,
Yeah.
right? So I
Yep.
figured for sure it was the oil sending unit. I put the oil in. I checked for spark. Beautiful. We got spark. I checked the plug on the plug tester that Dojne sent us.
Yeah.
The plug's good, but I cleaned it. I give it a shot of carb cleaner in the cylinder. I go to fire it. I get nothing. Nothing. Zero.
Ah. Hmm.
Yeah. So, anyways, James said, you could try. Oh, and then I figured it was valves. Open up the valves right on the money, right where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But this
James,
thing,
hey, he answered Mike. Let me read it to you. He says inverter generators. Yes, Michael, inverter generator. You could, but would have to be the same voltage, same frequency, and the sine waves matched before connecting together. So, what's the chance of having two? I've seen it done with the Honda, the small ones. I've seen it done with those because those are pretty well, identical. But if it's a random two generators and they're not perfectly in sync and all, I don't think it'll work.
No.
Let's see.
No.
Who's here? David. Oh,
And
what's up, David?
Not much, man.
Hold on.
I seen you
So
go.
hopefully that answers your question.
yeah. Oh, and I finally received the T8 tube so I can convert my lights out there in the shop to LED. Now I just gotta wait on the guy to come because I looked at them. They are wired in series, so it means if one of the tubes is burnt out or completely removed, the other two won't work. But I had to look to see what about that. I said he's gonna have to. He got a lot of work ahead of him. But I'm like, FedEx showed up the other day. I went out there, wrong package.
Hmm.
So he had to come back. I said, yeah, but this package does not belong here, but he had my tubes. I'm like, yeah, so there's a box of 10. And
Yeah,
I counted the chips in them. Each tube had 96 chips. I'm like, good God Almighty.
my neighbor gets some of my stuff once in a while.
yeah, that happens here too.
Yeah, but luckily he'll throw it on. He knows it's me, so he'll throw it on my porch. Not a
Yeah.
big deal. What's new, David?
Oh, just got done doing some lawnmower blades and some chainsaw blades.
You guys cutting yet? Cutting grass yet?
Yeah, we cut once last week. Then it rains.
Yeah, we need rain. That's for sure. We haven't had much.
Yeah, because what it, yeah, those people, which one of y'all said something about people getting the yards treated? Sound like that company called True Green. They'll come out there and treat
Yeah,
the
there's a
yard.
bunch of them around it. You can tell they put the flags in your yard so the dogs aren't
Yeah.
walking in it.
Yeah.
So,
'Cause I
but
said
you can
they-
tell everyone that used the chemical, they have bright green grass now.
Yep.
So, but a lot of them have sprinklers too. I have a couple customers that have sprinkler systems, but I can't afford that. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I said, because either if you own a lake, you can draw from the lake. But like I said earlier, Georgia Power telling people, yeah, you're no longer allowed to put a sprinkler system in your yard. Like, yeah, well,
Yeah, we had people around here used to dig wells just for that, but it's very hard in our area. A lot of hard pan and rock. You'd have to go 600-800 feet, just to get the well.
Yeah, because
So-
what if they got bored and drilled wells? I'm like,
Yeah, right through the rock. Yeah.
yeah. But I knew some people. They had a well. Well, they went to do the laundry, the white clothes. They put.
Oh, you gotta have a softener and a filter, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because I said they went to put the bleach in, and all of a sudden the water turned red because of
Yeah.
the rust. I'm like, ooh.
Oh yeah, you get pink underwear and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to go to a laundromat to do white clothes. I'm
Mm.
like, yeah, right, there, boy.
Yeah, we used to take all of our like shop rags and stuff, go to the commercial laundry down the street, a gallon of Pine Sol, and just let it go to town on hot, and
Yep.
it worked pretty well. But they're like industrial stainless steel, all that stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, Wayne, you talking about that super clean?
Yeah.
There's a chemical company called Zep that sells
Yep.
stuff at Home Depot. They say
Yep.
on some of them bottles there's certain metals you don't use it on because they eat it up.
Well, I
Aluminum,
used the
think.
Zep Orange in the ultrasonic, and it works good.
Yeah. And then there's
I
what that.
put the Pine Sol lavender in. Too strong a smell. Can't. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just overpowers the shop with lavender.
Oh yeah,
Even
And
if
then
I
there's
only put a little capful in, you can really smell it.
we had
Yeah.
that problem with the dryer sheets. My wife had bought one brand one time, and wow, it was overpowering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and what it? Then there's that stuff called Simple Green. It's green colors, many. Oh, now you want to overwhelm a smell. The Walmart here in Eaton, before they remodeled it, the laundry detergent aisle, I'd have to walk through it. I'd have to get out quick. The smell was so, because the cold air was keeping it compressed. I'm like, yep, it's time to get out of here. That smells like, ooh, dude. Yeah.
Work with it all day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When I was putting these thrust washers on the needle bearings, I had got a can of bearing grease. I just throw them in there and get them
Yeah.
real greased up.
You just got to watch on those because if you have them on top, make sure you put the dust cap on them because any dirt will destroy them.
Yep. Yeah. I said that the reason I said them dust caps on the GT, they were so stiff because all the grease. And what did Jake took that paint can opener and did to get the dust cap on the top off. I'm like, yeah. But you have to order the right one. The dust caps for the wheels on the GT are bigger in length than say on the Y4500. So I had to order and say what they were for. So, you know. What is there's some other bearing company I ordered bearings through with XIKE. They sent me some bearings for the wheels, but their dust cap covers were blue. I'm like, blue dust cap covers? Oh well. Now I looked up. Yeah, I looked up how long I can run my GT with that Kohler Pro Series V twin. I think the gas tank's 4.5 gallons. They said 3.5 to 5 hours of run time. I'm like, okay.
Where's everybody at?
So you must have been busy yesterday, Kenny.
Yeah, well, we had a funeral. We had to do that. A good friend of ours' mom had passed,
yeah.
so we did that.
Sorry
And then
about
I got home. You know, it was early afternoon, but I still, like I said, one guy had this that HRN 216. I said, let me look at that, and he had never ever changed the oil. 3 years old. He'd never sharpened the blades, and he brings it over, and you know, on the Hondas, you have to turn it backwards, click until the dipstick hits the first thread, then you
Yeah.
check it.
Yeah.
Well, he was screwing it in like everyone does, and you're not supposed to on some of them. And literally, it's a 13-ounce crankcase. I had to add 8 ounces to get it full. So he was
Wow.
running on basically 5 ounces of oil. Good thing he doesn't have hills or anything where he lives. I know where he lives. But an old neighbor of mine gave him my name. So, you know, thanks for the referral and all that, you know. But like I said, I sharpened his blades. I didn't have to take off the plastic inner piece. Have you changed the drive belt on one of those, Wayne? On the
Yeah.
HRN 216? I didn't take off the plastic piece. I just fished the belt through the opening. I didn't have a problem. You know, the only problem is when you put the belt back through and around the pulley or around the crankshaft anyway, you have to push up the transmission to get the cable with that rectangular hole in it. It's hard. You got to like push it really hard to get that to attach. But once that attaches, you're golden. You save
Yeah.
yourself, 5-10 minutes of trying to take off that plastic piece. Hey, Big John is here. Hello, John. Everyone's saying hello. TGM, hello, Mick. Sparky's here. Hello, Sparky. But it's definitely spring. It's going to be hot this week, approaching 90. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we got 5 days of rain here.
Oh, I wish we had rain. We haven't had rain since like the beginning of last week.
No, it's wet here in Ontario. It's been raining nonstop.
Send some rain our way. We definitely need it. That's for sure.
I just saw Noel Tractors and Firewood Sunday afternoon chat. And he had a big embankment of snow off the right side of his driveway. I'm like,
yeah. Hey, Wayne, who is it that just had 15 inches of snow? Is that up Ontario or is that more toward?
Well, that would have been up in Donny Boy's area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's
northern
way
Ontario.
north of you, right?
Yeah, he's in around the Gravenhurst area.
Oh, okay.
So they would have got it, but I hear the Sierras in Nevada were supposed to get hit with a big snowfall.
Oh, really?
yeah, Matty.
Let me text Brucey, see if he's around.
Yeah.
I like Bruce.
Yeah, yesterday was my big day of fights. I watched fights Friday night, then I watched Tyson Fury fighting, and then the UFC was on. I had fights for 2 days in a row.
Yeah, Chubby Butcher over or just you guys?
Chubby came over for the main event last night. He showed up at 9 o'clock and watched the main event. I've been bugging him to do a video on Stone Soup. You ever hear of Stone Soup?
No.
Never heard of Stone Soup?
No, what's that?
It's an old European. It's an old European story.
What's that?
Old timer goes out, starts a fire, puts a pot, with the steel rods and the chain and the pots hanging there.
Yeah.
And he puts a big stone in the pot and he puts water inside the pot. And all these people come over and they're watching and they say, "What are you making?" And he says, "I'm making stone soup." Stone soup. I never heard of stone soup before.
Mm.
Yep. He said it's really good soup. But he said if somebody had a carrot and if somebody had some onions, it'd really go good with this stone soup. And so these people would go and, I got a couple of carrots at home and I got a couple of onions, and they would go and they'd bring them back and more people would come and everybody's going to enjoy this stone soup, he'd say. But, if somebody had a chicken and somebody'd run out and get a chicken for them and they'd bring back a chicken and then they'd put in somebody'd show up with potatoes and somebody'd show up with some dill. And next thing you know, you got a big pot of really good soup, right?
Ooh.
But it all started off with a stone. And everybody sits there and says, "This is chicken soup." He says, "No, if it wasn't for that stone, we wouldn't be eating anything today."
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh yeah, what did Ken was talking about? Yeah, those things they call wild onions. I used to bash. I chop them up. Boy, they smell so good. They are edible. But the devil trying to get them dug out of the ground. They're so small. And
Mine are about 8 inches tall. The sprouts, before you cut them. Yeah, you can pull them out like scallions. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big John, he's a nice guy. He cuts neighbors' lawns and he fixes equipment for nothing. What a man that guy is.
When you get to retire at a young age like him, you can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You guys like us got to work till you're in the pine box.
Yeah.
Well, no, I enjoy keeping busy.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy doing. It's kind of like I kind of get a little lazy if I'm sitting in the chair watching TV too much without working on something.
Mm.
Yeah, I just thought about it.
I'm kind of doing that right now.
Yeah, that reminds me next time I go out to the barn, I got to check that up. primary dry belt. We just put on the GT because that other one was getting chewed up. See how it did. That's it. It's doing fine. It's just gotta keep the check on that darn belt because it wasn't tight like it's supposed to be. Yeah. And both of them are gonna need the GT definitely gonna need a bath. All that dust I created when I was cutting the grass today is like, we need some rain quick.
I know I ordered a belt for that Honda Friday night. No, was it? Yeah, Friday night I ordered the belt. He dropped it off at 1 o'clock on Friday. I ordered the belt at 4 o'clock on Friday. It was on my porch at 4 a.m. the next morning.
Damn.
I paid $2.99. Well, the thing is, it's one of those things. $25 or more, you get the free overnight. But they said for
Yeah.
$2.99, $2.99, we'll drop it off between 4 and 8 a.m. And sure as hell, it was like 4:15. I heard something. Yep, 4:15. He
It's
dropped it
amazing.
off. So I was like, really cool. I don't know where Hank is, Pete. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I
unusual
was.
getting them.
Nah, and that lawnmower shop I used to deal
Uh,
with, the guy told me, he said, well, if you needed the part, you need it back real quick, you can pay for expedited shipping to get it quicker. I'm like, well, if I have to pay
yeah, for
expedited
two
shipping,
ninety nine. I mean, I passed it on to my customer. He don't care. Have it the next day. He dropped off the mower at 1 in the afternoon. By 1 o'clock the next day, or actually not one. It was a little later in the day because I was
no,
busy. But he picked it up. 26, 27 hours later. What hell kind of service you gonna get like that? You know.
nope, yeah,
And he was happy. He was happy.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and I read when I got the LED tubes they made in China, now we had to pay the tariff on it. So if you order something that comes from across the,
Yeah.
you got to pay the
I got to
tariff.
text Erica.
Yeah. Yeah, because they didn't even put a video out yesterday morning. Usually, either Tyler or Erica put a video out.
Kenny, I'm going to head out. I want to get that transmission off so I can check it and then get Jake to order that tranny for me so I can get this thing
Yeah.
sold.
That sounds like a good price and all. It definitely is busted. Training's busted.
Yeah, it's shot for sure.
Yeah.
As soon as I get it out, I'm going to flip it over, take it apart. But it's likely that bevel gear that's worn off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's what.
I doubt-
Is it oil in that or grease? What's in that?
normally it's like a light grease, like a 00, I would think, or you could likely put a lithium in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, take care,
All right, sounds
everybody.
good.
And
See you, mate.
I got the Masters on and see who
Yeah. The
wins the
Masters.
Masters.
I'll tune in a couple hours.
Yeah.
That goes on till like 7:30.
Yeah.
But I think Roy, boy, he was blowing it yesterday. He had the day before 9 birdies, and
Yeah, he was
yesterday he
hot.
lost all of it, but like one. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he was on a roll. Well, I think
Yeah.
he's still.
Is he still in the
isn't he
lead? Yeah, he was
still-
ahead by one, I think.
Yeah,
But he didn't gain anything. He did a couple of birdies and then bogey, double bogey, but whatever. The Masters is fun though because it's like the big once a year. Do you know what's funny about that though? I was watching it yesterday. That Brian DeChambeau guy. Did you hear about the $5 million fine?
no.
They fined him $5 million because the Masters, Augusta is not associated with PGA or any tour. Okay,
Yeah,
not associated with any of that stuff. So anyway, you have all those defectors that went to that other tour over in like Dubai and all that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
He wanted to come back, right?
yeah.
And they charged him $5 million to come back.
No kidding.
Wow.
And they called it a penalty because when you are it was a whole thing on the news. When you're an amateur, okay, you get to practice at Augusta before the Masters.
Right.
If you get in, they said he practiced like 24 times. Okay, you're only supposed to go there like once or twice to practice. He
Yeah.
practiced like 24 times, so it was sort of like a penalty because he went back as an amateur and won.
Yeah,
And then he turned pro and he won. You know what I mean? So now they were saying Augusta limits. You could only practice there like 3 or 4 times. That's it. He practiced there like dozens of times, so he knew the course.
yeah,
And then they're saying he went the week before and was like doing something in the sand traps, trying to get an advantage. So they
Right.
gave him this real big fine, and it was like $5 million, and nothing you could do about it. They're not associated with PGA. They're not associated with any tour. And I guess he bitched and moaned, but I think he paid it.
Yeah.
So anyway, and I think he was like 9th or 10th or something the other day. But it's good to watch. I mean, like I said, I try and play when I can. They always say it's golf is a good walk ruined, you know.
Yeah.
But
No,
you know.
last year the wife and I didn't go out because she had
Oh, she plays too.
Yeah, she plays. We
nice.
play together normally. We take a cart. We don't.
Do you have a local course?
There's a couple around here, yeah, and there's a
How
nice
expensive
9-hole
is it
course.
up there? How expensive?
Yeah. So, anyways, last year we didn't play. This year, hopefully, we get out and play a few rounds.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it. Like I
Yeah,
said, it's a good
nice
walk.
to get out and
Yeah.
hit the ball. I got what I got 3 hole-in-ones. So
What did you?
yeah, I've got 3
Man.
so far.
Wow! Holy cow! Par threes,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh no, one was a par 4.
Oh, wow.
259-yard par 4. I put it in the hole.
Did they put your name on a
Wow.
plaque in the clubhouse?
I got one at the one, but that clubhouse shut down. But I've got a trophy that the one golf course gave me with the ball on it. Eh?
Really? What's
Yeah.
your handicap? Do you have a handicap?
Oh no! When I was playing golf every day, when we were members at a local course that closed down, I was likely between an 8 and an 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sort of like a between bogey, double bogey,
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. We're coming up on it's 50 minutes. No one else is chiming in, so I'm going to end it.
Take care,
And
guys.
I'm going to go watch some of that golf. So thank you, David. Thank you,
Yeah.
Robert. Everybody that's in the chat.
See you,
Enjoy the
everybody.
rest of your day. It's going to be a hot week. Hopefully, we get some rain to get this grass growing. But we'll catch you next time.
All right, man.
Then
Thanks, man.
Phil Jake, I said, hey, Wayne.
Will do, Robert.
See ya.